Howdy and aloha. Welcome to Manata. The earth and you are ohana. We hope you stay and talk.
Howdy and aloha, everybody. It's James with Montauk. I want to say kudos. Kudos to American Magic, if you know what that is. It's a racing team. Here they are. And I used to sail a lot back in the day when I was younger. I need to sail more. I mean, it's just wonderful. But these boats are amazing. They call her Patriot. That's the 40-footer. Wait until you see the 75-footers. They're just monsters that skim above the water using hydrofoil technology. It's pretty badass. And they go 3 times faster than the wind. But congratulations to Patriot, American Magic, they left New York City Harbor to practice because New York City was turning into a shithole. And they went to Pensacola, Florida. And they started training there. And that was a good thing because they won. They won the preliminary regatta, which is for the smaller boats. The real America's Cup that's coming up is, when is that? Next month? Couple months? Pretty soon. And it's going to be badass. You got to watch that. It's just really cool. Anyway, I just like sailing. I don't think there's anything sport-wise I don't like. Except for midget tossing. You know, I don't know. That's bad. Sorry. Yeah, so congratulations to them. But let's kind of jump into something that I'm seeing, something that I heard of that was very alarming. And very alarming meaning a process that Trump is advocating for. A process that basically costed him or helped destroy or gave the ability for the DNC, et cetera, ETAL and all involved, to steal an election. And I hear it all the time. Oh, he lost. It was fair and square. No, it wasn't. There's so much information out there. It's it is amazing to me. Let's just say it's a Mount Everest of information that completely and unequivocally proves that election was rigged, and COVID-19 definitely helped that process. It was pre-orchestrated, pre-planned, and it worked, and people bought it, and then you had this illegitimate puppet in jail. Who should be in jail, as POTUS. Pretty simple. So if you go, let me just go here and make sure I'm at the right place. So this is what he's been urging people to do, right? He's been urging people to bank your vote, right? If you go here, I'll just play it and see it, so you'll know what's going on.
Hi, I'm Ronna McDaniel, chairwoman of the Republican National Committee. In 2022, we laid the groundwork for this critical election cycle by running the largest ever election integrity operation across the country. Over 80,000 Republicans served as poll watchers and poll workers. Our work to protect the vote will be supercharged in 2024 with an even larger team of grassroots leaders and more key lawsuits. The RNC is laser focused on beating Joe Biden and far left Democrats next November. And in addition to protecting the vote, we need you to bank your vote. To win close elections, we need to close the gap on pre-election day voting. That's why we're launching the Bank Your Vote initiative. Bank Your Vote encourages, educates, and activates Republican voters on when, where, and how to cast their ballot before Election Day. We made great strides in getting Republicans to cast their votes before Election Day in 2022. But now we must encourage more of our voters to request ballots or vote early in person. And we can't do that without you. Please spread the word about bankyourvote.com to your friends and family. Tell them to go to the site and find out when, where, and how to get their vote banked. And make 100% sure their voice is heard. Again, that is bankyourvote.com. If we don't vote early, we're giving the Democrats a head start. But when Republicans vote early, we win. And in 2024, we are going to hold the House, win back the Senate, and take the White House. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Yeah, I disagree. I disagree with that. And the reason why, because it's putting all your eggs in one basket. Because here's the major reason why. When you're voting early, you're assuming that that person that you vote for a few days prior or a few weeks prior, in some states a month or so earlier, right? You're assuming that candidate is going to make it to the polls, to voting day, or after, or make it to the inauguration in a sense, or be able to stand up and yell victory. But here's the problem with that. What's option 2? Okay, what you think about that? What is option 2? So if you've already sent in your vote for Trump, right, and whoever else, whatever, how that goes, will it count if all of a sudden something happens to him or he's not around? I mean, these people are ruthless motherfuckers. I can completely see the Democrats taking out an entire city, possibly hundreds of thousands of people, maybe even millions, to get rid of this guy. Seriously, this is how demonic these people are. Or just plain old disgusting serial killers, in my opinion, just lately. It's amazing. The war pigness of them, amazingly. I don't know who they are. It's like they're. If you were to have the Third Reich of Hitler and his perfect group of people, that would be those people. That's how bad they are right now. I would say them, and we're talking about the legislators, judiciaries, executives, House and Senate. I mean, the people that actually control power. I don't believe that most of the base or the voting republic, the constituents, really understand what's going on and how they're being scammed. The money laundering scam that is Ukraine. But I'll get into that in a second, or maybe later. But let's just say you vote a week early or something like that, whatever. You vote early. 2 or 3 days or on the day of, something happens to Trump. Now, I pray that doesn't happen. I completely pray and hope that fucking doesn't happen to any candidate, right? I mean, everybody has a right to vote, to run. Everybody should be protected. Of course, the DNC isn't giving protection to Robert F. Kennedy, one of the Kennedys. Remember John F. Kennedy and Bobby Kennedy? This fucking... Look, I voted for Obama twice, right? I voted for Bush twice. I voted for... I didn't vote for Biden last one. I voted for Trump. Yeah, because Biden's... I just know his history. He's just a lying sack of shit. Like a steaming pile of lying feces that's been sitting out for like a couple of days. That's him. And he's perfect for the part. He's the perfect puppet that the Pedo Predator Class, aka World Economic Forum, and all their associates need. He's doing a great job destroying this nation financially, infrastructure, just you name it. Everything he's said and done per the left is wrong and totally, it has been, I would say, challenged and won by the right or by anybody, independents, libertarian, whoever, constitutional, I don't know, whatever party you're from, proven that all their numbers are just totally ass backwards and completely false. I mean, I could go into detail in that, and if you want, I can send you the information. You can always comment. All right. Yeah, nobody's hanging around. Good. All right. But that just seems. But for Trump to request that he wants to do this, everybody is just not on board with it, bro. They know what happened last time. Why would you want to do the exact thing that destroyed your campaign last time? Do it again this time. But it was the mail-in voting that destroyed you. This makes absolutely no sense. And everybody, that's anybody, can understand that. So Redacted is a let me see, Redacted probably has at least 3 million subscribers, I'm going to say. 2.1 million subscribers. Okay, Redacted, that's a lot. That's a very big chunk, right? They get a lot of people out there. They're a great show. They're actually, from my personal perspective, as far as news is concerned, real news, they're giving you a lot of information. Natalie and Clayton do a great job. It's very impressive. I would say if you were to watch a news station or anything news related, check what these people are doing. They're doing a great job. They're impressive. But that's their poll, right? It was sent out. I simply stated here, is Dr. Fauci running Donald Trump's 2024 campaign? I mean, because it sure completely and totally seems like, there it is. That is probably the most accurate depiction. And the problem is Trump is using the same guy, John Miller, I think his name is. I should have had that up. Barry, you could do that pretty much with anybody, basically, but if anybody if any facial structure were to definitely fit the description of being a backstabbing, conniving, hideous, vile creature, that's his face. That's his internal self, in my opinion. Everybody has their 4 sides. You have your low self, which is like your animal self. Then you have your middle self, which is you and now. Then you have your high self, kind of your spiritual self. And then you have the self that you just can't, you can't control it. It's just, things happen in the world and you just got to give it to God, if you know what I'm saying. But that definitely is Anthony Fauci's lower self for sure. Yeah, but it's just as nuts as in regards to what Trump is asking to do. It absolutely makes no sense whatsoever for him to, in any way, think that voting early is the way, because the biggest problem with that is as soon as it's Trump on that ballot, that's it. That's all you get. So let's just say you do it 2 weeks early or a week early or whatever. Then anybody else, let's just say something, heaven forbid, God forbid, anybody running, anybody, I don't care who you are, right? But something happens to him. Do you get a do-over because you get to re-choose? No, I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. You've locked yourself in, and you have no other recourse. So anybody else out there that's available for you to vote for is gone. Your vote is gone. This is very bad. I got to look up who this guy is. Trump. What is this? Jason Miller, Chief Executive Officer. This is the guy that was in charge of him in 2020. It's like, let's use the same loser. Right? Let's use the same fucking loser. The senior advisor, and all these senior advisors. They need to go. These people are fucked up. I don't think they get it. You know, and these are the people that are in his ear. These are the ding-dongs that are in his ear. And that was this is the biggest mistake I've ever seen in my life. Because let's look at the 2024 presidential. Democrats they're going to use Marianne Williamson. She's sadly going to be their backup. She's already in. She acts like it's already going to happen. So I think she's just the backup for Biden, and she's just turned into a complete puppet. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is getting kicked out. They're not going to let him do anything. So they're focusing everything on Joe Biden because then nobody gets to debate this puppet. That doesn't even look like the same guy. Does that look like the same guy? Is it just me? But that doesn't look like the fucking same guy. Let me show you. Let me show you here. That doesn't look like the same guy. And, oh, sorry. I need to go back and show you these people. Yeah, where is it? Come on. They're advisors. Sorry. I wasn't on that page when I was talking about. Brian Jack, Chris Lacivita, Jason Miller, the loser from 2020, Susie Wells. I think some of these people are still in here. Right? These people are idiots. That's the biggest idiotic move ever, to use mail-in ballots only. Because the major point I'm making is, if he's not available, then what happens to your vote? Then for sure the Democrats are going to get it. Just letting you know, 4 more years of fucking lockdowns and masks and fucking taking away your guns and Ministry of Truth, Orwellian Ministry of Truth, 1984 crap being pushed even further and further to oblivion. Then it's just nonstop. Then it's gone. But what we have here, and let me just go back into this and go back and show you who our candidates are. All right, so I can give you. So basically, it's just Biden unless he goes, and then they'll probably bring in Marianne Williamson because they're not going to use RFK. That's not going to happen. And then the Republicans, there's all these doorknobs and all these dorks. I mean, once this guy here is gone, right? This guy, let's just say he's gone, then who? You don't have a choice. That's your biggest risk in a mail-in ballot. If Trump really cared about voting, he'd have a day off. Every 2 years is voting day off day. National voting holiday. The elite, the Pedo Predator Class would go crazy. They would lose their fucking minds. The BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, Fidelity, JP Morgan, the list goes on and on and on. They would fucking go nuts. Because then now you have a chance and a time when you don't have to work that day. You can spend your entire day standing in line. You can make a picnic out of it. You can have, I guarantee you that election day, if it was a holiday, would have tailgate party, right? it would be a tailgate party for sure, which it should be. It is in a real democracy, in an actual real democracy that the Dumbocrats, or excuse me, the Democrats keep praising that they're going to do, they would be pushing for this. Trump would be pushing for this. A national voting holiday every 2 years. Every 2 years. Skip a year, every 2 years. Skip, But here's the problem, Donald. If something happens to you, then our votes are gone. That's at least a third of your base. A third of the Republicans gone. So that's a guaranteed win. A guaranteed win for more Pedo Predator Class, aka World Economic Forum and their associates' agenda to keep going through. That is fucking stupid. And all these people are going to tell you it's fucking stupid. That's just fucking stupid, bro. Look, everybody's saying it. Right? They're just like, no. What are you, stupid? What is Fauci running your fucking campaign? Right? This is ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. It just makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. 94% out there in regards to redacted. I would say at least an average of 80 to 90% polls across the universe just saying that's the stupidest fucking idea they've ever seen. The dumbest fucking idea to bank the vote. That means you put it in the bank and it's gone. So nobody else has it. So there's nothing else you can do. So if something happens to Trump, heaven forbid it does, and I pray that everybody's healthy and gets a chance from all sides of the aisle, every single party and everybody has their ability as United States born citizens to have their ability to do that. But as soon as you bank your vote, it's over. You're done. That is fucking stupendously idiotic. Stupendously idiotic. There you go. All right. So the problem is there's a lot of people out there that are running, and there's a bunch of them out there that are just not. I mean, you're always going to get some shithead, right? There's always a shithead here, or a shithead there, or whatever, and that's just the way it is. But what I'm concerned about is your vote just not being worth anything, which most people think is the case anyway, right? Most people think that that's the case anyway. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of people that I know in circles I'm with that say, why even fucking vote? It's all rigged anyway. I go, no. If I'm voting, I also get to pick who's going to be my mayor, who's going to be in my city council, who's going to be my fucking dog catcher. You know, the stuff that the Green Party worries about. Just little stupid shit. Right? And then they throw in Hormel West, who is just a clueless about a lot of shit. And he's fucking looping. I don't want to hear his poetic crap all fucking day long either. It's just, it's just ridiculous. I don't want to fucking see that. He's not going to make it. He's done. He's with the wrong stupid fucking party. Right? And I can tell you because I was with that party. They suck. They're a bunch of fucking idiots. You know, the major Green Party. There's a lot that broke away, started their own things, whatever. But right now, in the United States, nothing's changed. And I need people to understand this in regards to the presidential candidates and the election system that's out there. On the federal level, when it comes to Senate, House, congressional positions, it's Republican and Democrat. You may get an independent in there. You may get a libertarian. Green Party, they don't know how to focus on that shit. They're idiots. Idiots. God. That's just the biggest waste of time ever. Anyway, and it was a waste of my time for a long time. But the presidential candidates here in regards to Trump, right, and all these people down here, they're going to do whatever they can to rig this. That's why they're just starting the new variant and all that other shit's coming out. So they have to start prepping people and, going to mail-in ballots. God damn it. This is the stupidest thing. So for me, the only people that I can see, Ron DeSantis is still an option for me. I'm just telling you. Also, Vivek Ramaswamy. Definitely not Mike Pence or Tim Scott. Now, this Perry Johnson guy is kind of interesting. Asa Hutchinson, Nikki Haley, no. Larry Elder, I don't know why. Some of these people should be going for Senate seats. It just makes, some of them are senators and some of them are fucking House of Representative already. Yeah, you're at the risk. You got to vote that day, but just don't do it. Don't mail in your fucking ballot. It's stupid. Because if you mail in your ballot, then if something happens to that candidate, some people have to. I get it. It's just the chance you got to take. But the way it's going with Trump, and my concern is, let's try to get all these fuckers in the same. Let me see if I can get that picture. I think so. Yeah, no, you can. All right. The thing about Trump here, and I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm probably going to take a break, and I might be back. Because I want to go over Maui, too. That's it. You're banking your vote and nothing else. That's the whole issue with that. Right? You're banking your vote. There's nobody else. Right? Bankyourvote.com. Right? That's what they want you to do. They want you to go in early and mail in. And that's it. Bank your vote. Nobody else. Right? So, but what if, like I said, something happens? And Trump's not around because these Democrats and the Pedo Predator Class, aka World Economic Forum monsters, sickly, slivering monsters that the Democrats have gone all in with, and many Republicans, by the way, decide to fucking do something crazy, like try to get rid of Trump. And don't put it past these people. Tell me there hasn't been assassinations on presidents. Of course there has. Tell me there hasn't been assassinations on all kinds of people. Tell me that there hasn't been mafia-type tactics that have been used during elections. Tell me that hasn't happened. Of course. You've got to do it that day. That's the day to vote. If you have to do it early, you have to do it early. Then you got to take that risk. But that's the only reason why you take that risk. The reason why you want the polls open from 8 in the morning to 9 o'clock at night or 8 o'clock at night, I think is the best way to do it for everywhere. And of course, places are going to shut down, and this is going to happen, and machines are going to go bad. And Trump's not focusing on what he needs to have his team focus, is check every fucking machine out there, every freaking system out there. Make sure that he's got eyes on everything, and let them know he's got eyes. By the way, we're going to install cameras, and we have a few representatives out here that are going to be working for us full time to make sure that all these are being counted properly. Do you see what I'm saying? This is going to happen. This has to happen. But nobody's focusing. The Republicans are focusing on where this craziness of the process that happened in 2020 is going to happen again. Mark my words. It's going to be a fucking nightmare. Mail-in voting isn't going to fix it. Right? You're banking your vote just on Trump. And if Trump's not around, then who do you have? Nobody. Nobody. Yeah, not a good idea. That is fucking not a good idea, bro. Not a good idea. And 94% of the people out there that are definitely conservative agree that I don't trust them. I don't, I've Cheryl that's on the show all the time fucking says, I don't trust any of these people. Because most of them are fucking woke crazies. Fucking loopy. You know? Men are women, women are men. Fucking, their names are fucking lampshade and fucking pebble rock. Not, just bizarro world. You're putting your hands in bizarro world, right? And that's what is stacked inside of the United States Postal Service. A bunch of fucking people that before did the same thing to you in 2020. Trump, man, I'm telling you, if you're paying attention or anybody's paying attention from that campaign, let them know this is a bad fucking idea. And also let them know that his campaign managers or the people running his fucking campaign are idiots. Idiots. God, this is going to be bad. Fuck. Anyway, thank you for listening. Good luck to you, everybody.